What's going on, people? Your boy Mike coming at you guys with Atlanta Falcons news. Let's get straight to it, man. There's no bull crapping about this. Matt Ryan is getting a lot of action today. Looks like he's going to get. He's getting. Jesus Christ, I have a hard time reading. He's getting ready to play on Sunday. Sunday is the last preseason game for the Atlanta Falcons. So all the people, for the most part, will kind of keep our fingers crossed to see if Matt Ryan is going to receive some action. Some of the starters at this point, but we will see. Me personally, I'm not sure if I want to see Matt Ryan, to be honest. I know a lot of people want to see the starters. It's just to see, get a quote unquote assessment of what this Atlanta Falcons offense will look like. Is Matt Ryan declining? Is he not declining? Is he still the same Matt Ryan? Can he win the MVP? There are so many questions, just circulating around the NFL, whether or not Matt Ryan needs to be replaced or whatever it may be. All right, this will be a step in that direction to kind of see for the most part. But let's get to the next story, man. I think this is something for me personally. When you talk about Kendall Sheffield, look, man, again, he's not with the DBs. He's not with the DBs. So I don't know whether or not this is a good sign. This is a difficult situation because I like Kendall Sheffield. I think he has some potential. I think he has something, especially as athletically, he's gifted. But when you can't stay on the field as an NFL player, what good are you? All right, if you're constantly injured and something is always wrong with you, especially if you're coming from the off season and you come back from the off season and you're still injured, that's a problem for me. So at this point, man, you got guys like Fabian Moreau, Darren Hall, a lot of these guys, even Isaiah Oliver. These guys are going to be the nickel. They're going to be dime. So he's going to have to fight for a position, man. A guy like Chris Williamson, he's making a tremendous strides. Avery Williams, another guy, that is making strides. So Kenny Sheffield got his hands tied for him. Like, he really got his hand tied. He's going to have to come in and show something immediately. But at this point, man, I'm not sure if he's going to make it. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know what you guys think about that. Is Kendall Sheffield going to make it? But let's go into the next story, man. I think this is something, for me personally, that I really want to talk about. And that's Dean Pees. He brought up the Kansas City game last year. He noted that that is what he wants to see. The game is the expectations for what he wants defensively. So look, he's seen what his defense can do, what they're capable of. Most of the guys on the defensive, the defense in its entirety are still here. So these guys have, the ability. It's always been about coaching. So if Dean Pees sees that this is something that they can do, they are capable of, it's not out of the question to see whether or not the Falcons can be quite frankly, it can be a top defense. All right, it's all about getting, the right people in position and taking advantage of what's there. All right, we're talking about the number one offense in the league, and the Falcons play them well. So the talent is most definitely there. All right. Dean Pees knew a lot about Grady Jarrett via Ray Lewis, and a lot of people don't know this, but he coached Ray Lewis in Baltimore, so he definitely understands Grady Jarrett. If you don't know Grady Jarrett, Ray Lewis is his adopted uncle, and look, these guys are very close. So Grady Jarrett is going to have a pretty good relationship with Dean Pees. Like I said, Grady Jarrett, uh, when in doubt, when he needs to be motivated, when he needs to work on certain things, he goes to Ray Lewis. And Ray Lewis is a guy, again, he has a lot of guys that he's motivate, but he's close to. But Grady Jarrett is definitely one of those guys that he is close to. So Dean Pees, I think he's going to have interesting. He's definitely going to have an interesting take as far as Grady Jarrett and how he's going to use him. How Grady Jarrett attacked this year. I think Dean Pees and Grady Jarrett is going to have an interesting year. So, look, man, you got to stay buckled for that. Dean Pees teaches concepts. This is something that I thought was extremely interesting also. Dean Pees teaches concepts to the secondary. They learn all of the positions in the secondary. Every corner can't play man. All right? And that's something that I've always stated. You got to mix coverages up. All right? You got to mix the coverages up. Not everybody can play man. Some secondary guys are better in zone. Some guys are better off playing different positions. So when we talk about whether Dean Pees is going to use this guy here or that guy there, look, man, this is proof right here. This man is going to use a lot of secondary guys to move them around so they can succeed. That's what it's all about. Putting these guys in places where they can succeed, where they can make plays, whether it's tackle, making plays on the ball, intercepting, forced fumbles. He's going to do that. And, the most interesting thing about this, this statement is that he teaches concept to the secondary. All of the positions, all right? They will learn all of the positions. So corners will learn from safeties. Safeties will learn how to play corner. This is what Dean Pees is doing, bro. This is what he's doing, and I love this. It's gonna be, opportunities during the game where you're gonna be one-on-one against a wide receiver. You're gonna be one-on-one with the running back. So you're gonna have to learn how to defend every position so you be prepared for everything and anything that goes on during the game. So when it all comes down to it, man, I love what I'm seeing from, Dean Pees. And this is another statement from Torrey McElhaney that you can't sit back and play vanilla defense anymore. The game has changed and you have to evolve with it. Dean Pees is really getting into the weeds, and I am here for it. Look, bro, that's music to my ears, because if you have watched us here at Atlanta Falcons Nation, we've said over and over and over again, all right? The lack of creativity with this defense has been something that they haven't had in quite some time. I think since 2018, the Falcons team has suffered from the lack of creativity. You cannot continuously sit in cover three and expect teams not to dissect you. All right, these guys are too fast. The offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators are way too smart. They're going to find a weakness. So if you're going to play defense, if you're going to have a good defense, you're going to make plays, you gotta be able to do all sorts of things. When you go back and look at the Super Bowl, one of the things that stood out to me personally was Tampa Bay paying a lot of dime. Those guys were playing 2, 4, 5. So they were playing different types of schemes in order to win those games. And when it all comes down to it, like I said, you gotta be willing to move. You gotta be willing to do different things. If you're not willing to do different things, to do different, formations and whatnot, you're going to struggle. And that is that's what success. That's what the greatest coaches do. Sometimes you look, Bill Belichick, whether it's the 4-3, the 3-4, he just doesn't sit and do the exact same thing every week. All right, you got to be able to adjust. So when it all comes down to it, man, adjusting is the game of today. You cannot continuously do the same things over and over again and expect teams not to catch on. This is a better league. This is a new league. Technology is at a premium. Players catch on fast. They are faster, bigger, stronger. I wouldn't necessarily say these guys are a lot smarter. I mean, smarter, but these guys, they know what they're doing. All right, they've been taught. All right, so when it all comes down to it, I want to know what you guys think about this, man. Continue to support your boy here at AskMADMIKE Sports. And the last of the NFL, all right, this is just something, for Atlanta Falcons fans. Javian Hawkins, former Atlanta Falcons running back Javian Hawkins has been waived. All right, he's been waived by the Atlanta Falcons. I know a lot of you remember that, but he is now a Tennessee Titan. He signed with the Tennessee Titans today, and his agent Drew Rosenhaus got him a new job. So I want to know what you guys think about that. Continue to support your boy here at AskMADMIKE Sports, and I'm gone, baby. Peace.